Hello everyone, this is Aaron again. I'm really excited here today because we're going to be giving away a P15. And I'm going to be talking about that in a minute in terms of what it's going to take to win it and exactly how the drawing is going to be held and what it's going to take from you to actually get the gun. So we'll get into that in a minute, but right now I want to do a real quick history of how we got here. Because I started out in this whole PCP business, and I was watching the guys on YouTube. Of course, it's YouTube. And so after watching them, I was convinced to get a couple of guns. And so the first gun that I purchased was the FX Wildcat. Hell of a gun, I won't lie. This thing is accurate, it's quiet, it's reasonably lightweight, and it fits the bill in terms of a great gun. It is a great gun. I couldn't put that down. But I paid more for that gun there than I did all three of my P15s. And then later on, another gun came out, and everybody it was the talk of the town, and still is. And so I was watching all the videos and all that, and I ended up buying the second gun. And the second gun again was the FX Impact. I think it's the most talked about gun out there right now. Seems like it is anyway. And again, this gun here costs more than 3 times what these guns here cost together in terms of that. And I'll just tell you, if I were to add up these guns here at, let's just say $450 each, $900, $1350. The Impact was $18. And so after I bought those two guns and started shooting them and barely shooting ever past 50 yards, it hit me. Boy, I got a lot of gun here, especially when I see other people out there trying to shoot these things 100 yards plus. And I'm saying, wow, I bought too much gun. I'm never going to be shooting those distances. But by that time I had my guns. So I started to think, this whole idea of lay it down range and how much it costs to put it down range became a real idea for me. So I started to look around, and I said, okay, is there a gun out there that I can get this a lot cheaper, and that I can recommend to people that are just starting out like I was when I ended up paying all that money? Is there a gun out there that if you're going to be shooting inside 50 yards, you're going to be able to shoot just as well as those guns, two guns sitting over there? So I started to do my research. I looked around, and there was, and right now there's probably about 8 or 10 guns on my list that I really do believe, and I've been able to test some of it, that these guns can actually, within 50 yards, compete very well with those two guns I just showed you. Now, if that's being the case, then what should I do in order to inform people of that? So I started doing videos on. I did one on the Krale Puncher Breaker, which was on my list for the longest time. That's going to be the gun that I would get because it was under $500. And now I understand that you can find the Puncher Breaker in some places for under $400. And then over time I added quite a few others to them. These are all guns that cost under $500, and I would recommend them as starter guns. I did a thing a while back on the Gammo Urban. I found the Gammo Urban on sale for $199, and if you apply for this card, you got another $40 off of it. So I got a Gammo Urban for $160, and I did a video called the AKA of PCPs, and I got beat up about it a little bit, but it was taken to the range, and it proved itself all the way out to 100 yards. And that gun was only at that time was selling for $199 and $160, as I said before. And then I added others like the Bull Balls. That's a Hatsan product. The AT-44, which is a Hatsan product. The Flash Pup, which is something I haven't had a chance to shoot, but I was able to hold it, and I really love that gun. And then the Gammo Coyote is another one I would throw in there. It's under $500. And of course the Umarek Gauntlet. You have to throw that in. That gun's cost right now right around $229. You can get one of those. That thing is really, really accurate. I haven't had a chance to shoot it, but I've seen a lot of videos on it. So basically, I went out and I looked at all these guns, I tested them, looked at all these guns, and then I had an opportunity to shoot this thing, to do a review on this gun. And I'm telling you, as soon as I picked it up, I knew it was a gun for me. And if you watch that first video on the P15 that I did, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago, you're going to hear me say, boy, this little thing here is just the best little thing I've ever held in my life, and if it shoots well, it's the gun for me. Well, it shot well. So I went out and I purchased one. I purchased one in 177. I got it. The thing was I hate to use this term, tack driver, but it was a tack driver right out the box. And so I said, wow, this gun is great. So I said, I want to get another. I want to get a 22. But when I went back to Krale to buy the 22, the 22s were gone. All they had was the 25. So I bought a 25. And then later on, I heard, hey, they got the 22s in. Went back and bought a 22. I want you to know, all three of these guns here were purchased by me. Carl, I didn't ask them for anything. I'm not going to recommend a gun to you that that someone has given to me to review, and I'm going to tell you it's great and get it. I have three of them, and all three of them are great. And if you watch my testing videos and my other videos, you're going to see that I shoot the heck out of these guns, and I will put them up against those guns anytime within a reasonable distance. And I really am going to push that out even further this spring when I test these guns against them all the way out to 100 yards. But I said all that to say this. You know, if you're breaking into the field and you have a limited budget, you should have an opportunity to purchase a gun that's going to meet your needs. You know, if you're in the backyard and you got some squirrels on your feet, or you got some sparrows that's trying to invade your swallow's nest, bird houses, or you got some other little things running around, chipmunks trying to take over your deck and that sort of thing, you do not need to spend $2,000 to take them out. If you got a small yard, let's say 40 yards is the best, longest shot you're going to take, you don't need a $2,000 gun to shoot 40 yards. I can recommend you a whole bunch of guns that cost right around under $250 that will take out sparrows and all those at those ranges without any problem. So that's the history of how we got here. I basically found the gun, fell in love with the gun, started using the gun, and purchased all three of them. If they had it in a 30, if they come up with a 30 caliber tomorrow, I'm buying it. Even though I said I never buy another gun, I'd have to go against it on that one. I'd have to get the 30 caliber because it's a great gun. So anyway, after using these for quite a while and that sort of thing, and doing a lot of videos on them, I said, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Krale. Krale. I know I'm saying that wrong, but just bear with me. It'll pop up here. But I'm gonna go to Krale and see if they will allow me to do a giveaway for it. And when I had the big giveaway, I kept telling you guys I'm in talks with, in communication with an entity that's going to give me the grand prize. The only thing is, well, by the time everything came around, we were already into selecting those 20 items for the big giveaway. So they got to me late. But I said, that's no problem. Hey, we can do another giveaway of this particular gun. And they said fine with that, and I told them how I would do it and that sort of thing, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So I just want you guys to know that this is not a gun that I asked and went to the manufacturer and say, give me this gun because I'm getting anything out of it, or I want anything out of it. I just want to promote something I think is great for those that are up and coming. Now, yeah, if you have the money to get an FX, $2,000 to get an FX, by all means get it. It's a great gun. I cannot put it down. It's a great gun. And the improvements they made on the Mark II are amazing. I've really studied that. I have a Mark I. And there are a lot of other guns out there that are out there. And the nice thing about it is Krale, who was actually sponsoring this giveaway right here, they carry every brand of gun that there is out there. And right about now, that should be popping up over here. They carry every major gun. You can go there and you can get a $459 P15, or you can go there and you can spend $3,500 for a Walther, for a Steyr, I think it's spelled S-T-Y-E-R or something like that. Or you can pay $3,000 for a Steyr, all the way down to this gun here. They carry Hatsan. They carry the Puncher Breaker. They carry all the guns we're talking about. And so, you know, I hope you guys will consider them if you are looking at getting that. They're in the Netherlands, and so if you're in that area, then please, you know, at least go and check them out if you're looking at getting a gun, because they were really good in terms of supporting this particular giveaway. So that's basically the history of how we got here. And it's the same thing, I'll just throw this out there too. You know, at the time that I bought those two guns, they had a thing I call a shoebox compressor. And it was a little compressor that cost $1,000. And it did its job. It could fill the gun in a reasonable amount of time. If you try to fill a tank with it, you're crazy. But it would fill a gun in a reasonable amount of time. But that was $1,000. And the only alternative that I found at that time was to go out and buy something called the Omega that cost like, I think it was $2,500 or something like that. So imagine my excitement when all of a sudden I found out that there was something out there called the Young Hens compressor, and other names too, but that's the brand I bought, model rather. But the Young Hen compressor that was selling for $219. And at that particular time when I got mine, free shipping. You know, I asked the reservations about it, just like everybody did. I did watch the reviews. I couldn't find anything bad on it, and I went ahead and I bought it. And so that became something that I pushed also. So it goes again to this philosophy that I'm at now, and I hope in the future give away a Young Hen compressor. I'm working on that. I'm always trying to do something for those guys out there who are subscribed to me. But suffice it to say this, I'm just trying, all I'm trying to do, I'm not trying to put down any guns, I'm not trying to say any gun is better than another gun. I'm trying to say, if you just want to go out and do some basic things and shoot some basic distances and get some really good accuracy, you should have an alternative other than buying a $2,000 gun like I do. You should be able to go online and hear some people talking about some other guns that are low cost that can get the job done for you, you know. And for me, if you really want to kick off and not spend any money, look at the Gamma Urban and look at the Umbrella Gauntlet. Because they're going to get you in right around $200. Then you get some kind of reasonable compressor with that. And you're out there, you're shooting for like $400 or something instead of $2,000, then a compressor and a scope and all this other thing. So that's my philosophy. So now let's do that. I know I've talked too long already. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about this giveaway. So let me move some of these things out of the way and come back and let's talk about the giveaway, how it's going to be done, and how you can get involved in actually applying to try and get it. All right, let's do that. Okay, we're back, and let's talk about the giveaway. Right now, I cannot tell you exactly which gun you may be getting. I'm not sure if it's going to be a selection. I did not have a chance to talk to them about the caliber. I know that at the time that I contacted them, they had 2 calibers in stock, and I know that they go in and out of stock. So it could be that you could get the caliber that you want, but you may have to wait for it if it's not in stock and it's coming in, or you may be able to get it right away. So I'm not sure about that part, because and that's really my fault. I really should have asked them, you know, what caliber are we giving away here? So that's something I'll find out for you by the time the winner is announced, and I'll be able to pass that information on to the winner. But let me just say this, that I just want to do a big shout out right now before we go any further to Krale about their involvement in this and their giveaway. You know, and as I said, I purchased 3 guns from them, and I'm gonna tell you, they've been excellent. And as I said, they carry all the major products, and I'm gonna have them pop up here right now just so you can see that they carry everything. You know, you can buy from the lowest gun. They have there all the way up to guns that are costing $3,000. You know, for those people who I guess are serious about it. So they are a full-fledged gun shop, and they carry everything, and they also, you know, they carry all the optics and those sorts of things too, and they also carry firearms. So if you get a chance, just go online and check them out, and I'll pop that up there right now, where you can just go online and just visit them and take a look at the items that they have for you. Now about the gun. Okay, let me tell you what we come up with here. All right, basically a P15 is going to cost you, coming out of their store, it's going to cost you $449, or $59, I'm sorry. So let's just say $460 coming out. Then shipping is going to be about $42 depending on where the gun is being shipped to. And then there's also, you got to register. In order for them to ship you the gun, you got to pay I think it was about an $8 to $10 fee for something called an application and permit for importing a firearm, ammunition, and other implements of war. So you're going to have to do that. And all that entails is this. You take a picture of your driver's license. You send them a picture of your driver's license. They do the application with your driver's license because it's going to be in your name, and you're taken care of. Now they can ship the gun to you. It's a very simple process, but I want you to know that is a part of it there. But basically what we come up with is this. You're going to be able to win this gun for half price. I'm really happy that it's not full price, because I know if it was full price, everybody out there, people who wouldn't even care about this gun, would as a free gun they're going to put in for it. I really want this gun to go to someone who is considering it now, or have considered it, or think that they want one. And I think that getting this gun for half of that amount, which is, let's just say, getting this gun for $230, is going to have the person who wants it to actually pull the trigger on it. Okay? And that's what we want to do here. We want to get you to pull the trigger on a gun that you really want. Now, the other things I talked about, we're going to include those. Okay? The shipping is going to be free. Okay? The application process is going to be paid for you. So all you got to do is pay $230, and you have this gun that would really run you about $510 if you were getting it with all the other stuff involved. But I really want it to be half price off the gun without all that stuff being thrown out, and we were able to work that out. So right now you're looking at a P15 for $230. Probably the cheapest gun out there right now at that particular price. Okay, now let's just talk about what it's going to take to get this gun. Basically, it's very, very simple. Okay, if you comment on this video, put in your comment that anything relating to I'm in. I want to be part of the drawing. Thank you for making me part of the drawing. Anything saying that you are in it. Okay, because I know inevitably I'm going to get some people out there who are going to say, Aaron, thank you, another nice, great video. Or I really like the way you talked about this or talked about that. And I don't want to confuse that with the people who really want it. That's what happened in the last giveaway. I had a lot of congratulatory people contacting me, congratulating me. And sometimes I couldn't distinguish between that and whether or not there would have been contests, except for the fact that there was numbers involved. This time there won't be any numbers involved, so it's really, really critical that you say that you're in, and not just nice video. So that's where we are with it, and the way we're going to do this is this: when all the names are in, I'm going to assign a number to every name, and this is my plan. I haven't talked this over with Carl either, but this is my plan. I'm going to give everybody a number, and then I'm going to call them and ask them to pick a number between 1 and whatever we got. Let's just say we have 100 people. I'm going to tell the manager there or whoever I'm talking to, hey, pick a number between 1 and that. And when they pick that number, I'll be able to take a look at the computer real quick, go down that number, and there's going to be a name there. And with that name there, I will then be able to go back to the comments and comment back to that person that you've won. And I need your email address, just like last time. I need your email address to get you the other information, and then we'll go through the process and we'll get you in contact with Carl, and everything will be taken care of. It's gonna be the best that simple. But again, I want to really reiterate on this one especially that if you really do want a P15, and whether you thought about it today or years ago, but you really want one, go ahead and apply. If you don't want one, please don't. Don't put your name down and then I contact you and say, hey, you won. You say, well, you know, I really didn't want it. Didn't want to be involved. Don't do that. You know, if you put your name down, be fully committed to paying the $230 and getting this gun. That's all we're saying. So again, I just want to close out with that, and wish all you guys good luck, and tell you that this is a heck of a product, and that and to show you how good this product is. I'm going to be putting these guns up against, I have basically 3 FXs in all 3 of these calibers. I have my Impact has 2 barrels. It has a 177 barrel and it has a 25 caliber barrel. I'm going to shoot this 22. I'm going to shoot the 25 caliber and the 177 caliber from 0 out to 100 yards up against that to see where the effective range might fall off between this gun that costs $460 and that gun that costs $2,000. And then in the 22, I have a 22 of course in this gun, And down here I have a 22 Wildcat. Going to do the same thing. We'll put these two 22s up against each other from 0. I'm saying 0. I'm probably going to start at about something reasonable like 30 yards. And then we're going to push it all the way out to 100 yards, side-by-side targets. And we're going to see just how well these guns figure for, in some case, a quarter the money, you know. So, and I'm only doing that for this reason. I'm not trying to show up this gun over here because I'm telling you, the FXs I have, I love them. It's just that when I think about the price I paid for them, and especially when my wife thinks about the price I paid for them, you know, it's almost a divorce issue. So, I just want to be able to say to you guys this. If you're shooting within a reasonable amount of range and you don't want to spend a boatload of money, don't listen to the hype. There are guns out there that'll do that job just as well as expensive guns. Now, if you want to shoot pigeons at 150 yards, then yeah, this may not be the gun for you. But I don't know how many people are doing that anyway. So with that, I'm going to close this thing down, and we got to wish you guys luck. And all I got to do again is comment that you want to be in under here in the comment section, and you're in. And I hope, and I'm telling you, I'm going to post up here right now. I should be posting up there right now. This is going to be a 10-day deal. So it's going to be, the day is Wednesday that I'm posting this. So it won't be this Sunday. It'll be this Saturday or Sunday. It will be the following Saturday, Sunday, 10 days from now. And we're going to post the winner, and we're going to move on with some other videos. So good luck to all you guys out there. Thank you for tuning in. And Krale, I want to give you another shout out for what you're doing and the excellent products that you have, and how you're assisting us in this giveaway. Thank you and good luck.